For today's video, we're going to look at a couple of soldiers. We'll take a look at a mercenary and a soldier. So let's get up here and grab Argos Bleak. And with him today, we're going to pair him up with Commander Clash. Hey, I'm Ben, and ever since I was a kid, I loved one thing, and that, of course, has to be Captain Planet. And I've made quite the collection for myself of Captain Planet toys and other things, but with this little channel, I want to talk about the action figures, play sets, and other releases that have come out both in America and overseas. Hope you enjoy them. What's up, Planeteers? Today, let's check out some Wave 3 figures. I feel like this was their attempt to corner into the boys market more by doing some figures that are unconventional, but two different soldiers. You've got Argos Bleak, the mercenary, and then the hero soldier, Commander Clash. Now, both figures just come with accessories. Argos Bleak has this helmet that is a missile shooting action feature, while Commander Clash is going to have a radar gun, because guns are verboten in the Planeteer universe, and a radar backpack. And these are the two, like I said, soldier characters. So I feel like they were trying to step away from the eco-heroes and the Planeteers themselves and bring in something that might have a little bit more of a masculine energy. At least that's the only theory I can think of, because Commander Clash is a pretty obscure character to bring to the toy market, especially before Loot and Plunder. And same thing, Argos Bleak is Loot and Plunder's sidekick, but he has a look that's going to be a little more dramatic. Now, when we check out Argos Bleak, he has a pretty intricate sculpt here. Just 5 points of articulation like every other figure, but he has these molded on cargo pouches, his visor glasses, even a little pouch on his back belt, and then, of course, his combat shoes and boots. So he looks like the show. They gave him a scowl so you know that he's evil, and that is him. And what's great is he looks like the show. You can see here in the picture, he's got those goggles, he's got those cargo pouches molded on his chest, he's got the wristlets, got the mustache. So he's looking ready and he's looking appropriate to the show. Bleak is actually a fun character, and I'm kind of glad that they made him for this toy line, even though they didn't make Loot and Plunder. He is a villain that shows up a lot. He showed up in the Marvel Comics series. He showed up in the most recent Captain Planet comic book by Dynamite. I recommend you check out that reimagining if you haven't. It's pretty cool. So he appears quite a bit. But for now, let's check out his accessories, hey? He comes with this helmet that goes over his head and then over the shoulder with a little missile launcher. And that's his little feature. He shoots the missile. In some of the catalogs, they called it a pollution bomb. It's molded well with a gas mask in the front, little tubes on the backside. You know, it's pretty uninspiring, but it still looks nice. Here it is. You can see it on the figure. Looks nice, fits well. Purple and fuchsia was kind of a choice when it came to the color combination, but fits in with the Captain Planet theme where it's, you know, a mercenary, but not too G.I. Joe about it. It's still got a little bit of that eco-villain camp going on. The little missile doesn't have a lot of force, though, so when you do get to push it, Commander Clash is too strong for the pollution bomb, so you lock it back in. Here's a shot of it shooting at you. Pew! That's the feature. And here he is carded, fully sealed in with his accessories. You can note that the little missile harness is separate. You actually clip it onto his overhead armor. So he has the missile launching harness, nice dynamic character portrait there, making him definitely look more soldier-like than any of the other releases that came out before him. Here's the back of the card. Showcases just how you use the missile launcher, not that it's very complicated. This is Wave 3. You can see all of the text they put in here on his character card, where he's mustachioed and muscled and mad. And now onto Commander Clash, the hero to Argos Bleak's villain, looking very soldier-like in his camo fatigues. And he's got his radar backpack and his radar gun. He was notable for showing up in two different two-parter episodes with Captain Planet and the Planeteers, The first one memorable with Captain Pollution. The second was also a pretty good one with Zarm turning Gaia mortal. Even though he showed up in those pivotal two-part arcs, he is such a wild card figure. I mean, he doesn't go with my Planeteers in my collection. He doesn't go with my villains in my collection because there are no other allies that were made figures. So again, it just leads to my theory that they just wanted something that was a little more soldier-like, action-like, manly-like for this line. So here's a close-up of Commander Clash. Here's his backpack to start with a little rotating wheel that turns this radar dish on the back. Not exciting at all, but it's there. Um, the thing is he doesn't look like the show. His outfit does not look like the show. His shirt is not white. His vest is not green. They put him in this kind of military fatigues with a knife. Commander Clash didn't have a knife that I remember, but maybe he did when he cut the Planeteers loose from his traps. Either way, it's a nice looking figure. They definitely upped the soldier vibe because that is not his outfit. They gave him a smile to let you know that he is a good guy, unlike Argos Bleak. Not that it's very exciting, but here's a demonstration of his backpack. You can see I have the radar gun plugged into it on the side. He has a hole on his back. Plug it in. Now you can't lose his accessories. Thrilling. Unplug the radar gun, put it in his hand, and there he goes. Go find Captain Pollution. A much cooler figure. But we got what we got. Now for the carded figure, you can see what I mean, that he doesn't look like the cartoon. His character portrait is him in the cartoon. White t-shirt, green fatigues, not a black t-shirt and camo. So that is the biggest disconnect you're going to notice because all of the other figures look like they're card backs. On the back of the card, it's going to showcase his amazing backpack and how it works. Not that it really needs much instruction, but there you go. And then his collector card down at the bottom left is going to show you a lot of text about Commander Clash, pretty much everything you need to know, and then some. Way more than a character card for, say, Wheeler. And that's that for our mercenary and our soldier. Two different characters, one a hero, one a villain. Came out in Wave 3. Getting close to the end of the line here. Again, a bummer we didn't get characters that us fans of the show really wanted to round out our set, like Loot and Plunder. Get a wide release of Captain Pollution. Even that Captain Planet with Meteor would have been more fun. It's great to get new characters, don't get me wrong, but I think that Commander Clash could have been a pass, just a solid pass. Whereas Argos Bleak can round out your villain set quite nicely. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.